catch his breath, talk to me about it, I'll talk to him about it, that's fine with me too. But if he doesn't, that's fine too. Hey, let the best man win.
Okay.
Things change in this house all the time. And you found that out 2 weeks in a row now. Once with Nick, we made an enormous mistake. Don't make another mistake by not getting Eric out of here. Eric, you can see him, and you can see... When we talk... When we first brought this up to Jessica, Jessica felt so betrayed, and Jessica said, it all makes sense.
And Jessica walked around this house, storming around, absolutely pissed. And I was like, I've never seen her like that. I'm like, Jessica, are you okay? Do you want to talk? She's like, I just feel so betrayed. Like, I just want to be by myself.
And Eric gets in her ear, and then the giggle fest starts, and the tickling of the feet, and all of this stuff. And Jessica has two things. She knows he's a liar. She knows he's a manipulator. But on the other hand, she knows that he will never vote against her and never vote around.
Well, not necessarily never vote against her, but never put her up.
Because if Eric was in the final two with Jessica, Eric will not win. When Eric sits here and says, oh, the 7 will fight it out, he's a fucking liar. He's got this whole game worked out all the way down.
I know all this.
Not to the final 4, to the final 2. Do you want to... Zach, Shrek, you want to leave him in here so he can pull that out whenever he wants on you? When I called Eric out on all his bullshit and he was sitting in the jacuzzi, looked like the seat he was sitting on was 9,000 degrees because the guy could not hold still. He was literally shaking like this.
He was even shaking when you guys were having that conversation over there by the hammock. He was shaking. When we were saying that it had to have been somebody in the group to vote, he was even shaking.
I knew it was him over there. I knew it was him. She was getting mad at me because she didn't want me
to call it out before it needed to be, because we all knew it was.
I was skirting around the whole thing, and every single thing that has to do with him, he wants to sweep under the rug, like the votes.
Like, why all of a sudden, oh, why do we even care what those say? That doesn't matter. Amber, there was 2, 2, 6, and then more the next day.
What?
The banners about him.
Why was my name in that banner? I don't understand, you guys. I swear I haven't lied at all. The only thing I lied about was when I told Nick in the gym 2 days before on Tuesday, when Thursday was a live social Tuesday when I was running, I was like, you do have the votes, yeah. And I was like, but I need to talk to you. And he looked at me and he's like, something's not right. And I'm like, something's not right.
That's what that banner was about.
I was like,
they all weren't about that. There was another one that somebody saw too. There was a different one that I saw. It said, I love you, Nick. I didn't see that.
That was the same one.
No, the one I saw was Nick, Amber, and Eric are liars.
No, it said
LNC equals.
That was the same one. It said it on the whole thing. It said we heart Nick. It said all that on the same one.
I don't remember seeing that.
It was. I saw it all.
And then today, with this, I go, oh, they're starting again. He goes, oh, well, they'll probably be going to the end. I go, no, I think they're about the same person. The first person mentioned. He went storming off.
And notice, Amber, how it wasn't before the POV meeting to signal that, hello, you're making the wrong move. Because a lot of people in this house are still undecided. Do you know what I mean? It's just, even if you don't see things, you still see things and see through things. But last week, we all knew it, we all saw it, but we didn't act on it. And that was what was the biggest problem. It was so stupid, and we all knew it was stupid, but nobody did anything.
And that's when I made the decision that I am so over this group thing. Because I told you, I never, ever bow down to pressure. And I felt like I did last week when I talked to Jamaica.
I think we all did.
When I talked to you, when I talked to Jessica, everyone was like, well, I don't want to go against the group. My vote is this. When I was talking to you about it.
But who was the group? The group was the 7. The 7 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 was the 7. The Eric because everybody else was on the fence and everybody else knew that it was the wrong thing. The only one who was the group was everybody's like, no, because Eric will not do that. Him.
Eric
Like,
was
he
the one
matters
going,
over everybody?
We cannot change our vote. We cannot change our mind. If we do this, we have to do it. Nobody flounders. Nobody anything. This is it. No discussion about it
You even
from
know,
here on
Amber,
out.
you said that he kept coming up to you the day before and the day of, making
You guys
sure.
know, you guys don't understand. He went up to Jamaica and Dustin probably.
But why would he do that?
Because he
To
was
make sure
worried that vote would end up keeping Nick. I know. I already
Exactly.
figured all this out myself, too. I knew. Dustin and Jamaica are like, dude, Eric has come out to me like 5 times in the last like 2 hours. Are you sure Amber's going to vote that way? Are you positive? I have a feeling she's going to vote to keep Nick. I have a feeling I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable. Dustin's like, dude, she's going to vote to
And
keep
like that
Nick.
one vote
I mean, she's
would've
going to vote
mattered?
to get Rick Nick. She said she would for the group. Eric's like... And then you go up to Jamaica. He's like, okay, how confident are you about Amber? How confident are you about Amber? I'm like, why? Jamaica's like, I don't know why Eric's so worried about you. But he
I
keeps
wish
coming
that
up-
all of this information would have come out that
The only
day.
one that viewed Nick as a real
He was worried about
personal
me
threat.
voting to keep Nick because he thought if you and you voted
Well,
to keep
that's what I'm
Nick and me,
saying.
and
Yeah.
his extra vote would
Yeah.
be 5 plus Zach's.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So if we all would have talked about it, which I really wish that we would have. That's what I told him. I was like, if we would have figured this out 2 hours before we
you
did,
guys.
this whole thing would be so much different.
I know. And I'm like, Jamaica, why did you ask him why he's so worried about me? She's like, no, he's just like, he's
Like,
just
one
like,
vote would have mattered. That's